Have you ever noticed that narcissists seem to be professionals at defining who you are? They can tell you what they think of your looks, your intelligence, your passions, your creativity, your abilities or lack of. And the crazy thing is, some of their favorite statements are, "No one knows you like I do." The crazy thing is that as they're defining you, it's as if they're describing a stranger. And it's almost like you think of a sketch artist, right? Imagine watching a sketch artist draw the person before them. And so you're watching them, their drawing, and it's coming to life. And as you look at the person that is in front of them, that you think that that's who they're drawing, right? That's what would make sense. It looks nothing like the person. That would be weird, right? Well, that's kind of what it feels like when a narcissist is describing who they say you are. I've had clients tell me, "Michele," and we're doing face-to-face coaching, so we're looking at each other on Zoom, right? And they'll say, "Michele, be honest with me. Am I ugly? Am I unattractive?" This can be targets that are men or women that are asking me this. And they are attractive people. I say it all the time. Narcissists have good taste, right? But they ask me that because the other person defined them as being someone unattractive, someone that no one would find, interest in. They defined them as being, having no value, no talent, despite all of the accomplishments of the person. And sadly, a target, after years of daily insults, of daily ways that the malignant narcissist defines them over and over in a negative light, after a while, it almost becomes your identity. But what they're not realizing, and going back to that sketch artist, okay, it would be weird to watch a sketch artist drawing the person in front of them that looks nothing like the person that's sitting in front of them. But if you looked closer and you noticed that on the canvas was a mirror, and the image that the sketch artist was drawing was actually a sketch of themselves that they were looking at through the mirror, then the sketch makes sense. You have to remember that when a malignant narcissist is defining who you are. We always hear that narcissists view their targets as extensions of themselves. And well, what does that mean? That means in the narcissist's head, every person that they pick in the family role is either their good side or their bad side, okay? Their golden child is everything the narcissist thinks he or she has. All their good qualities, they project into that golden child. Which is why no matter what that golden child does wrong, the only person that doesn't see what this person is doing wrong is the narcissist, because all they want to see, they want to project their good in that person. Well, their significant other or the scapegoat carries all of the things the narcissist doesn't like about themselves. So in essence, if you really wanted to know what the malignant narcissist in your life thinks about his or herself, think about everything they accuse you of doing. To this day, it is uncanny to me when you watch a malignant narcissist insult you or say things about you, and if you pause and listen to it and ask yourself, is that something that I do, or is that something that the other party does? And if you actually pause and you realize that it's the other party, it helps you to know that what they're doing is projecting. The sad reality is that narcissists love to project. They don't want to look at their negative qualities. They love to see them in you, because then it's you, it's not them, and they feel better. The sad reality is that the targets of narcissistic abuse love to introject. In other words, they believe it. They look at themselves as if those words are truth, and they're not. So if the malignant narcissist in your life says, "You're nothing but a liar, you're always lying or trying to fool people," well, trust me, that's what they're doing. If they're always accusing you of being unfaithful, and you know you're not, and you know you give no reason to believe that you are or would be, then you might want to start contemplating that they may be the ones that are being unfaithful. If they say that you're lazy, pause and ask yourself and look at the evidence, because the mistake that many victims of narcissistic abuse make is that rather than looking at it for what it really is, they try to disprove it. They try to show evidence. In other words, they try to prove their truth. So if they're being accused of being lazy, they'll say something like, no, but I did this, 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 I did this. And the narcissist doesn't care. The narcissist doesn't care about truth. They just want you to carry the things about themselves that they don't want. And if you pause and think about it, who's the lazy one? And you start to realize it's the other person. Well, that's going to help you to stop allowing malignant narcissists to define who you are. So when you notice that, you have to hold on to your truth and try to remind yourself that you don't need to convince the narcissist that they're projecting. You don't need to convince the narcissist of who you really are. Because trying to do that would be like trying to show color in various ways to a blind person. A blind person won't see it, while the narcissist won't see your individuality. They won't see your authenticity. They will only see what they are projecting into you. So rather than get exasperated, hold on to your truth. Make sure you give credit to yourself for the good things that go unnoticed by the narcissist in your life. And I know it sucks. It sucks to be in a relationship with somebody that doesn't see your value, that doesn't see you as who you really are. It's a hard pill to swallow. I get it. But if you don't swallow that truth pill, then you're going to try and try and try to get through to somebody that is just going to leave you feeling exasperated. You don't need to disprove their lies, or their projections, I should say, but you do need to hold on to your reality in your mind, knowing who you are. And if anyone is struggling to be themselves, to live life after narcissistic abuse, make sure you check out my website. There are a lot of resources that help you to continue to deepen your healing journey.